I've been trying to get this video done. I got it started. I ain't like how it started. Second one, changed some things because I wanted to make sure I was adding in the right stuff. And, third one, I get a phone call. Like, I don't look at that as no daggone sign. I don't. Because, again, we are here perceiving ourselves. And I'm going to tell you, we make it harder than it has to be. When you realize your source, man, I love astrology, and that's what we do. We go down. We are here to observe and not attach. But how? Like, I'm attached to seafood. Like, some shrimp. Okay, I'm sorry about that loudness. But I love astrology. I love to look into astrology. You guys know I come here and talk about astrology. And I do all things astrology because I'm thinking it's on my path to enlightenment. Well, honey, I'm at enlightenment, and astrology ain't needed. You can use it. You can enjoy it. I love it. But when it gets to be like I'm like a kid that's like, when the process gets to be like that, and I feel like, you know what, I'm going to go over here and sit you down. I'm about to go sit down. I'm about to go sit down. Because I got to get to where I'm going, right? Which is to whatever I'm going to go sit on. And then I get caught up in something else again. Distractions. And then I'm over that moment of trying to figure that out. And sometimes in those moments when I'm over, I just go, it's there. It's here. It's here already. It's mine. It's good. I do that. It arrives. I get a call. I get some email. I come home. There's a package on the stoop. Something happens, and boom, anything I've been concentrating on that I think I'm separate from appears. I mean, for real, it appears. And knowing that, it's just like I love to listen to manifestation videos, but one of the people that I've been recently listening into, what they say is, you can do all that if you want to, but you're it. Like, you have everything. You are everything. I've come from the places where I've done the robotic affirming, which I loved when I was doing it, because it gets, if it's one thing I would say, that when you get into an enlightenment, when you get to that place where you know you are literally everything and can do everything, you dip back into humanity to go have some fun and live your life. And the odd thing about it is, you bring the drama with you. You don't fix it on your way in, because it's so fast. It's not like you're jumping off the planet or you're going and having these big existential dreams that look like you're in another zone. You just realize, oh, I keep saying, especially for very spiritual people, especially for people who practice ATRs, I think we're otherworldly anyway. And notice I'm saying people who practice ATRs and know what they know, have been trained, and they came with a strong gift coming into it. They don't need anybody to teach them how to talk for energies, because they've been doing that since they were a little girl or a little boy or a little thing. They don't need anybody to teach them how to see spirits, because they've been sitting down having coffee with them since they was yay big. You know what I mean? And so once you have already been exposed to that, like, you can feel them touch you, like you're really into a deep spiritual place as a person, come the next step with a lot of apparent foreplay is stepping into enlightenment. And it's the funniest thing. It just takes you down a crook. It has found me. I have been found by myself so many times through writings. There was a guy named David Cameron Gikandi. That name I will mention. He wrote a book called My Happy Pocket Full of Money. I just wanted it for that. And I think that's a process that we come here to transform, us fourth house people. We come to transform resources, family, homes, all that kind of stuff, right? So let me get back to this. I get this man's book, and he gave all this free content, of which I was so much more impressed with that because I thought I was having my own personal Shirley MacLaine experience. I love watching Shirley MacLaine. I really do. That movie that's on YouTube, I think it's called Out on a Limb, baby. Oh, baby, baby, oh, I. Next. No, I'm just passionate. I'm in a moment. So, contemplating oneself, you begin to wake up. It's like something's going, there's other ways of being. There are other beings here walking with you. There are ones that want to get caught with you in a somewhat avalanche on the side of a road in Switzerland and sit and talk to you and contemplate till you come out of there and you are walking up the street and get rescued because people thought you was dead. Or, I mean, there were so many of these books. I'm remembering two of them. I've had the loveliest experience of reading a pamphlet that literally rocks your world. It's like a gut punch to your world. I had the privilege of reading that in my 20s and saw the changes that I went through. How dare I? It's like my other part of myself from when I was much younger is going, how dare you? How dare don't you make this mess look like it was good? But it was part of my journey. I went through it. I read that thing, and it was supposed to change your life. Well, change my life. It did. Again, those fourth house themes and astrology coming back to my life. I'm here to transform the moolah, the dinero, right? That's clear because in that, I did that, the electric goes off. Clearly, I hadn't paid the bill, but I hadn't not paid the bill because I was out squandering. I was concentrating on not having enough all the time. All the time, and it's sickening. I wish for all of us who do that to ourselves, we would stop because I think it's causing bigger issues inside the body than it needs to because we have everything that we want, everything that we can perceive, everything that we would like to taste and enjoy. Like, I've been let me tell you something. Let me tell you how deep this got with me last night. The very same thing. I perceived this recipe. I reminded myself of this recipe I've been making for years. But it's always been via the recipe that's on the internet. Don't you know, I go to the website gone. They're just telling you that the former owners of the website are doing something different. So I'm looking for 2 days for this stuff. Like, where is it? I know it has to be on the internet somewhere. And so I went to sleep with my phone in my hand at night trying to find this recipe. Put it down. Next morning, I get into my day, go do my work, whatever. Come back, I'm going, preparing myself to shut down, which these days has been very late. And this has literally happened with like hours ago. This is last night. I am like, I'm going to find that recipe tonight. I got it. It's mine already. So boom. So I'm looking. I go back to the same website, my thing. And then it's just like I'm getting closer to it. I wish it was much more mystical. And I wish it was not mystical. It's like right in between it. So I cannot explain this without it sounding the strangest. So just bear with me. I am like, it's got to be a way to find that. Spirit's just like, yep. Reverse engineer those words. What do you think? Go look at what you were doing. So I go and I look at it and I noticed that I had been putting in the Google search bar words jammed together that weren't jammed together, and one separated by one space, whereas it was separated really by two periods, which isn't necessarily a space, but that's what it denotes in coding language. And I just said the name and chocolate cakes, or where would I find something like that. It takes me to the website. So I'm scrolling because I'm recognizing the script. I'm like, I know that script. And so I'm looking through it in the banner. I'm looking through it. I don't see it. Then I saw a search thing. I was so excited. I almost couldn't touch the search bar. Crazy. Touch search bar, and I put in my complicated thing. Because I started out looking for this thing on YouTube and then TikTok. Those two places. Because I had worn myself out 2 nights ago about the actual cake, trying to figure out the name, everything, right? And so when I came back in tonight, I just came in, let's just find out, because the specific part about this cake is that it's a chocolate cake. It's one of the moistest cakes I've ever made in my life. I made it like 5 times. And it's made with hot water and oil. There is no milk in it. None. So I'm just like, I've made this so many times, and it's so simple. Once you do that, you pour it. It's one of the most beautiful, quickest cakes I've ever made. I've always called it a ribbon cake because it reminds me of something that you would serve at a wedding or something like that. It's very dark chocolate with a very white buttercream icing. And if you put it on like a Tiffany blue plate with like little pearls and stuff and sequins around it or sparkles around it, it's going to really pop at that type of event. So I've just always thought of it like that. And I'm just like, but God, I'm coming back with bupkis. I fall asleep that night, nothing. I decided last night, I'm going to find this cake. It's here. It's here already. What are we doing? It's here. And so that everything I told you leads up to this weird description I was putting in, which was chocolate cake made with hot water and oil with white buttercream. I'm coming back with all kinds of crazy things. And I said chocolate ribbon cake because that's what I think of it. Crazy things. I take that out because the other ones were getting me closer to it. And I said, I'm tired. Let me put this phone down. Put it down. Partner wakes up. He goes to the bathroom. I pick it up again. I'm just like, okay, one more time. Maybe take something else away. I take away the white buttercream. All right. I feel it. I feel white buttercream. Then I go and I look at the website it used to be, which was Southern Food About. And maybe what they were doing was reporting on the website, but that I could not get to it from that link. Just go with me here. Said the servers were gone or down or being managed somewhere else, something else. They just essentially disconnected that information. So I took that out. I separated the words, and voila, I see the script when I click open one of them. Scroll down, there goes a picture of the cake. I was like, what? Then, and this was after I went to the website, I put it in their search bar. And like I said, I was nervous putting it in a search bar. Like, I'm not, is this it? Is this it? This is it. It was it. And one of the distinct things about the recipe always that the recipe played at the bottom and they had their recipe hyperlinked in the recipe for the buttercream. Now, I make buttercream without nobody's help, but I just love that. That always stuck out in my mind. The link is with the link. Always did. I've been living here for 8 years. I know I've made that cake at least twice here. I made it maybe 3 times before I moved here and not that year. So I've been making this cake for quite some time. Why don't I have it memorized? I promise you I will soon. But I wake up today and I'm just like, I did that again. Earlier that day, commanding money through me, knowing it's here. It's here. But it's not without action, and that's the game part of this process. It's not like, and it's not inspiration. It just, For me, it's not. It didn't make sense for me to be not doing something, not inspired, but mundane, something that made sense, but then turns into magical, but it's not all the way magical. Like I told you, that's why I told you I was going to sound a little strange in this video. So it's like, it's right here. And that's like the beginning of the game. I'm going to give you another instance. This has all happened within the past 7 to 10 days. No, I got that wrong. The days are 18 days, within the past 18 days, because I can talk to you from the 10th going forward with how many times I've rocked this, okay? So, what I realize is that, yeah, you can concentrate on it, but then you do have to do something. But it's not, I don't know how to explain it to you, because I've been doing all this. Listen, I done took manifestation courses from so many people. But all the while doing my astrology research and, and just listening as messages are coming to me, listening to my cues, what makes me really get into it, that sort of thing. And so I'm going to come back with a part 2.